Look, as parents, we all want our kids to have a great life, but here's a troubling trend. By trying to make their lives easier, we might actually be making them miserable. I'm seeing a quiet wave of kids who aren't quote unquote just lazy. They are neurologically and emotionally drifting because they've learned to seek comfort over growth. Here's the thing. The path of least resistance isn't just a habit. It is a formula for long-term dissatisfaction and a hollow sense of self. I maintain that when a child avoids effort, their skills never develop, their focus weakens, and their self-esteem simply fails to take root. In this video, I'm going to show you why giving your child a better life is actually the opposite of giving them an easy one. We're going to look at the quiet secret to a satisfying life, the discipline of best effort. Let's get into why this matters. You know, spring is usually a time for renewal and new activities, but it's also when that big parenting question starts to surface. Is my child learning to give life their best, or are they just drifting? We've all heard the excuses. I don't want to work that hard, or school doesn't really matter. So you see, while these attitudes might seem harmless at first, they're actually signs that something much more serious is taking root. Well, here's the reality. Life isn't about unnecessary struggle, but effort is the fuel for growth. When kids consistently avoid it, they miss out on the fundamental rule of reality. Competence requires sustained attention. Think about it. Genuine confidence doesn't come from Instagram comments or participation trophies. Certainly it grows from the quiet knowledge that you are capable of doing difficult things. Without that, you're left with a sense of emptiness. Now here is a truth that many of us overlook. Giving your child a better life is not the same as giving them an easier one. We rush to solve their problems and soften every consequence because we love them. But honestly, when we do that, children begin to expect comfort without contribution. They start wanting more while doing less. And you've probably noticed that expectation rarely leads to a happy child. So what's the alternative? Well, understand, it's not about perfection or constant struggle. It's simply about giving their best. When a child learns to follow through on responsibilities, something remarkable happens. Progress builds confidence, and that confidence creates internal steadiness. So why does this matter? Because kids who learn this carry themselves differently. They aren't seeking ease, they are experiencing the profound esteem of doing their best. So look, spring is the perfect time to reinforce this. Balance their enjoyment with real responsibility. Expect effort in chores, school, and their commitments. There will be complaints. Believe me, that's normal. But as their skills improve, they'll discover that happiness doesn't come from avoiding effort. It comes from leaning into it. If you're ready to help your child build that foundation, let's start shifting that expectation today. Head over to our site at capitaldistrictneurofeedback.com to see how we help brains find that focus and rhythm.